With this project that we're working on now, this pavilion, we have a design manager that comes out on site. They get the drawings, they measure it up on site to bring it back to the shop. We then have our architects are able to put it into our 3D program. And once they get it up, they're able to find out if there's any defects in the drawings, make sure everything's going to work out properly, the dimensions-wise, and also give a color 3D rendering for the homeowner or the client to approve. Once it's approved, then we're able to convert these into shop drawings. And from here, then it goes out to our manufacturing facility.
I'm Mark with Western Timber Frame, and we're up here in Layton today. We're at a homeowners association at their pool house and club area. We're going to install one of our pavilion kits. When they contacted us here at Western Timber Frame, one of the problems they had was this was an area that is used a lot throughout the summer, but not everyone likes to be out in the sun all day long. Our pavilion structure will accomplish a few things for them. It'll give them shade to get out of the sun. It's a rain-tight roof, so they can get out of a storm for a minute as it blows through. It'll also give them an area that they can eat and enjoy a lunch or a dinner while they're here at the pool. So we're going to install one of our pavilion kits here today, and we'll see how that goes. One of the issues we ran into when we started this project was a health code issue. You can't have a designated eating area within 10 feet of a swimming pool. So the Homeowners Association decided to move the pavilion structure to the northwest corner of the swimming pool. They moved some fence and some shrubbery to accommodate this area, which worked out really well for them. They were able to get a larger pavilion kit, which gives them more seating area and stay away from the swimming pool. This pavilion is a 6-post structure. It actually is stained in our rich Cordoba, and it's a gable structure. It also has a 1x6 tongue and groove for a substrate on the roof that gives it a finished look from underneath. This pavilion also is kind of unique. We normally don't have railing on a pavilion, but this will have railing on the east side, which will separate and designate that area that is for eating from the swimming pool area. As we put our timber kits together, we'll cut each individual post to the exact length it needs to be so that the pavilion is perfectly level when it's done. We also stain the freshly cut ends so that it's sealed off to keep the water out. Keeping a job site clean is very important to the safety of our guys and for our customers. These are our knife plates that we bolt down to the concrete. This is how we connect the posts. Start by standing the posts up on the knife plates. This particular pavilion had a drill for power option because they wanted to have lights underneath. So they provided the wire, and our guys are just feeding that wire down through the post so that they can have their lighting. So we'll set each post on the knife plates and attach them there. Got a great install crew. These guys are really good at what they do, and they make it look simple. After we get a few of the posts set, we'll start setting the support beams and just locking this thing together. Goes together just one piece at a time. We'll set a few posts and then set a couple beams and then set the next post. This is the last support beam that they'll need to set. Dovetail connection just slides right into the post on each side. We're installing the king post on the gable end now. This is the center portion of the gable. And that slides down right over that support beam. And we set the rafters on the gable end, locking into the king post. Don't try this at home. They are professionals. Once they get the rafters set in on the gable end, then they'll set the ridge beams next. We'll brace everything up to make sure it's perfectly level. So the ridge beams are dovetailed on each end like this. So this is our finished product. Looks beautiful. Everything went simple on this, which is pretty typical for our jobs. When we pre-cut and build these at our shop, then the installation goes very simply. You can see that it's got the tongue and groove underneath that we talked about, gives it that finished look. It's stained to match the posts and beams. We have our crescent step beam profile on this project. You can also see the railing that we talked about, which is kind of unusual for a pavilion, and just a beautiful product. I think they're really going to enjoy having this at their poolside here.